All right, everyone, here we go. How about a Soulmate Journey update? I was going to take the day off. I just did 14 readings in fucking 3 days. And I thought, well, you know what? Fuck it. You know, I say 14 because I had to do the extended for the overview, right? You got to count the overview in there. But no, you know what? I'm not. I'm a glutton. Besides, I feel like doing a reading this morning. So we're going to do a Soulmate Journey update. I got one deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Let's do it. Let's shuffle for the DF here. All right, I don't know who's coming in here. It's a masculine energy and a soul connection you have. Could be a friend, family member. Could be a friend or foe. I don't know. It could be a love situation. I don't know. Whatever the strongest energy is right now, that's what's coming in. Right now I'm shuffling on most of you, which are the DFs in the soulmate cycle. So let's see where we go. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. It just means you were in touch with your emotions and somebody ran from you and you were like, huh? What the fuck happened? Somebody asked me if in the soulmate cycles, if the DF is always the non-runner. No. Now, about 2 cycles ago, the DF was the runner. It was. There were no runners in the last cycle. It was easy. Everybody just came together. I mean, it was unreal. And if they did run, they didn't go very far. It's like they had a rope on them. You could just pull them back. But this is a particularly tough cycle. This is crazy, you know. But, yeah, 2 cycles ago, the DF was the runner. They were like having none of it. They got it was because in a lot of cases they got offended real easily. You know, they took things the wrong way. Hypersensitive. The feminine energies were too high, and sometimes when that happens, you get hypersensitive. Somebody could say hi to you, or you look nice in that dress, and you like freak out, chase them down the street with a frying pan. You know, that kind of thing. You know, I'm gonna get you. Okay, all right. I just said you look nice, so calm the fuck down. All right. So it wasn't so much that the DF was a runner in that cycle as much as they were running at you. You know, it was a bit of that. So anyway, to answer that question, somebody. Anyway, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking time lord. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. You're all at different spots on the bus route that is the soulmate cycle. I got a whole blog article about the soulmate cycle in my blog, sltblog.com. Go read it so you understand what you're a part of. It's pretty cool, actually. It's not a bus that everybody gets on. You know? Anyway, do what you want to do, but here's your shuffle, whatever, for the DF, right? 2 of Wands at the bottom. The environmental say it again, take 2. The environmental energy around you is making some plans. You got your eye on something, or you will in the near future. What's the top card here? This could also be somebody has their eye on you because it's a soulmate journey reading. I don't really read it that way, but if you're one of those optimists, which I encourage people not to be too much, but you know, okay, whatever. It's all right. This looks like fun. It's like Disneyland or something. It's all right. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, here's the deal. I get it now. I get why I said what I said. You got an opportunity coming. The DF side, and this came up in some of the readings. Anyway, in some of the recent readings, especially the extendeds, I think a couple of them. Anyway, this side over here, you have a chance to do something, an opportunity. You got something you'd like to do. You're conflicted as to whether you should do it because you're worried about this, or you're worried about losing something else that you think might be tied to this, or you might give this the wrong idea. I don't know. Something along those lines. It's 5 of Wands. It's nonsense. Okay? But I wouldn't worry about that. I would take care of you. Okay? That's my advice. You do what you want to do. I'm just a talking hand on a video. Alright? Just do what you want to do. For others of you, again, energy's always in layers. The same frequency of energy can play out 1,000 different ways. This side is coming to pick a fight with you. It's a stupid fight. It's stupid. Okay? I don't know what that means. What's a stupid fight? I don't know. Bickering about something? Arguing about something that doesn't matter? You know, a character name on a TV show, you think it's Bob, they think it's Joe. You get into a big fight about it. Who gives a fuck? Right? It's a great big, who cares? You know, I don't know. But anyway, that's for some of you. For most of you, it's what I said originally. I'm going to clarify this. I'm going to clarify with the little version of this deck, the little animal deck. So let's go. Let's do it. All right. Yeah, and I'm right, by the way, about that adventure or something you're planning, because I've got a page of wands here randomly at the bottom, and that's my little adventurer page, isn't it? Right? It's a brave energy, sure. Anyway, 5 of Wands. Let's bring the 2 of Wands with it. I gave you the two main energies that are there. Take it as it resonates, like the kids like to say. You know, whatever. I like to say that. Everybody on YouTube says, take it as it resonates or something like that. I say like the kids like to say, because it's not how I would say it. You know, if it were me, I'd just say, just take the one that matters to you. You know, whatever. I don't throw a lot of hook. I'm not, you know. I talk how I talk, you know. I don't end my readings with namaste, because it's not a fucking word that comes out of my mouth ever. I don't say it. So why would I come out here and fuck around with it, you know? It is what it is. I mean, if it's part of your vernacular, use it. If it's not, you're just attracting bad energy, you know? That's all you're doing. If it's not, you know. Anyway, whatever. 5 of Wands. But I like to add in like the kids like to say. Anyway, bottom of the deck is the Chariot. It's crossing the center card in red with the 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're determined to do whatever this is. There's not much stopping you. It's a little bit. It's back in the back of your mind. Okay. Also, if you're one of the people where this person comes in with a stupid argument, you just probably run right over them. You're gonna win that. You know. Okay. What's on top here? What's on top of the 5 of Wands? 10 Wands. I think it comes up as a 5 of Wands. We're not going to talk about the stupid argument, because that's a secondary energy. You catch my drift on that, right? I mean, it's just, don't even, you know, let them win. You know, it's not worth it. You don't hate yourself enough to get into a stupid argument with whoever this is. Okay? It's just whatever. Anyway, 10 Wands, 5 Wands. A lot of wands here. A lot of passion. Passion here with the Chariot, too. I think this 5 of Wands, though I say it's the weakest energy, as it reflects back to me with these cards as a medium, I think it's more important to you than that. It's bigger than you think. It's bothering you more than you think. You need to resolve it before you go and do whatever this is. You need to make sure you do, or it'll come back to haunt you. It'll come back to bite you. It'll ruin the trip. Like if this is a trip, oh, but I don't want to go because I might, you know, something might happen with this, or I might offend this, or whatever. Fine. Deal with it before you go, because if you go on the trip, it's going to bother, it's going to ruin the trip. That's what this is saying. 10 Wands. This 5 Wands will go to 10 real easy. All right? That's all. You know, do what you want to do. But it's always a good idea to take care of this little, you know, take care of the little shit anyway. Crossed by the Chariot, red with the 2 of Wands, is the Ace of Wands. Look, a lot of wands. Wand. Essentially a wand. I mean, it's like, what the hell? There's a lot of energy here. I mean, there's a lot of energy. Why, you know, you're hell-bent on doing this. I'm telling you, take care of whatever this is first. All right? Make sure you resolve it before you go, or it'll get worse. It'll blow up on you. What's red with 10 Wands? Justice. See? What did I say? That's the only message here. You're going to do something, right? You're taking off, right? Going to Tokyo for a year. I don't fucking know what you're doing. You're taking off, and you're worried something's bothering you about this side. Don't take that worry with you. And again, this might be future influence for you. So remember this reading. All right? I mean, this kind of shit happens all the time. People do. How many people's trips get ruined because of something they were worried about when they left? You know, you gotta. It's stupid to do that. Anyway, wow, you're hell bent here. So also, I've got somebody on this side. If I'm to relate it all to this energy, either coming in to pick a stupid fight, which you easily win based on the flow of this energy, probably by just letting them win, or I think you got a conversation coming with this person. I think it does resolve this situation here. I don't know. Let's see what they're going to do. Randomly at the bottom is the 2 of Swords. Somebody's confused by your actions. I got that. They don't know what to do. Maybe they heard you're going to Tokyo for a year, right? They don't know what do I do? Oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't know. Why don't you watch Steve's Love Tarot? DM side, maybe you find out. I don't know. Feels like, what am I going to do is the energy around this. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Let's shuffle the deck for the DM side. Let's see where we go. I see these two here. Okay, let me get the sparklies off my table. All right, there we go. More proof for people that I don't have sparkly software that puts sparkles in the video. I don't have that. All right. Ain't Rainbow Unicorn Tarot, ain't Rainbow Sparkle Tarot either. I'm having some trouble talking today. I just got back from a run, so that's probably why. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at. All right. Okay. On the DM side, their bottom card, environment. It feels heavy. No, I didn't. I got to swim in this energy to do these readings. Today's the Swords. I'm going to see what's fueling it. I didn't look at the oars. I don't care. This one here, the Fool. Yeah, it feels like somebody's got a big decision to make over here. And they're not sure what to do, so they're just going to sort of punt on it. Now, punting on it can mean one of two things. It can either mean getting rid of it or just going for it, whatever. You know, I don't know. Let's see what the base energy is. Yeah, the Sun. Somebody feels like they're... Why is this? Who is this person? Don't prejudge this, because this is the energy that's here. So don't assume you know who this is. You may need to dig for it. But somebody here feels like their happiness is slipping away. Okay? They feel like, or it's someone who figured out that this something that they want, like something about you, or that, you know, you don't know what you got till it's gone kind of energy. You follow? It's a bit of that, you know. I can kind of relate it. I sort of, when I was younger, of course, I moved like 3,000 miles away from my whole family just to, you know, just to have some adventures and start a new life. It always kind of amused me that family members that never really wanted to have any kind of connection with me, all of a sudden, when I moved 3,000 miles away, want to have a connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, why weren't you interested when I was there? Right? I was the weird kid who did the spiritual shit when I was there. Now you want my attention. Right? It's a bit of that here. It's a bit of don't know what you got till it's gone. So you're doing some kind of takeaway here, or you're going to Tokyo for a year, let's say. I don't know. Or wherever, you know. Bring vending machine money if you're going to Tokyo for a year. This person here feels like their happiness is slipping away. Let's grab the little light seer. Yeah. Somebody figured something out too late. It's a student at the bottom here, Page of Pentacles. This side figured something out too late. This feels like it could be a family member. That's why I gave my example. You know, people do that all the time. You know, when you're there, when something's there, they take advantage of it. And then when it's gone, or it's about to be gone, or it's about to fade away, you know, that all of a sudden then they want it. Well, you've heard the saying, we all want what we can't have. That kind of a thing. It's a bit of that. It's human nature in a way. We take things for granted. But it's a byproduct of self-focus. So if you are, I personally, myself, I don't take much for granted. You know, I take for, you know, everything I have, I know it's, you know, for a limited time. Even like Flem the Parrot, he's 22 now. I know my time, you know, might get it, you know, another decade, maybe, you know, decade and a half. I don't know. I take every second, you know, for what it is. I don't take it for granted. But lower vibrational people, self-focused people, do tend to take things for granted. This energy took you for granted. Okay? Now, for whatever reason, you know, it is. And I think this Five of Wands, the way I read it, it could go either way. It could be you're worried about this. It could be you're annoyed that they're worried about you. Much like the story I told where I was annoyed. You know, somebody's cousin. What, you didn't even want to know me before. The only it turns out with them, the only reason they wanted to connect is because they wanted a place to crash to come to California. You know, of course. You could see through that, right? You know, it's opportunist sort of thing. This is much more, this is on a higher level than that. But it's still a good example. All right, the Sun, why is it here? If you become useful to people, even people that once hated you or didn't want to know you or thought you were a freak, whatever, all of a sudden you're the best buddy. And people are like that. All right? Just expect it and you'll be fine. I'm not saying, you know, you just have to deal with it. Just expect it. And you won't be surprised. The star is crossing the center card I'm going to pull, which is red with the Ace of Swords. Somebody finally figured something out about you, that they want you in their life. This came up a little bit in the August fly-through. What's on top? Man, the Knight of Cups. Now, okay, it's, oh, I get it now. I see this. This escalates into pissing you off. This person now makes an effort to come over, and it pisses you off. It feels very selfish to you. It feels very all about them, right? Again, I don't talk about anything that's not in the energy. I just got done saying, I moved 3,000 miles away. All of a sudden, these cousins that didn't want anything to do with me before want to be buddies, want to be pals. Yeah, why? You know, it's fucking annoying. Oh, now that there might be a couch near the beach, you want to come? Fuck off, right? It's a bit of that. This is something about this person's approach annoys you. It's more the timing of it. It's suspect. And it escalates. If you don't deal with it before you go on whatever this is, before you do whatever this is, before you leave for Tokyo for a year, it will escalate. It will eat you. It will haunt you. All right? Definitely deal with it. And for some of you, whoever this person is, and don't assume it's your runner. All right? I want to hear from it. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. It feels very strong like a family member to me. Somebody all of a sudden wants to reach out the olive branch right when you're leaving, you know, right when it's just bad timing. It all feels very selfish. What's the center card? Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles, divine timing, crossed by divine timing, major arcana. Yeah, somebody figured something out. These are all red with the Ace of Swords, the Epiphany. Too late. Somebody figured it out too late. What's red with the Knight of Cups? The Queen of Wands. Yeah. What did I say? Rewind. I said it all feels very selfish, very superficial, very bad. It pisses you off, okay? Something about this person's approach, this Knight of Cups showing up, pisses you off. Now you're showing up right when I'm about to do this, or right when I did this, you know. Or they might call you when you're on a trip and ruin the fucking trip. That might piss you off. Don't let it, okay? Don't just, if anything else, you get information from tarot, from the energy around you, overhearing conversations, happenstance, all of that. You know, you get the information so that you're not as affected by it. You know, because if you're affected by it, it knocks your energy out of balance, right? If you're upset, your energy's out of balance. And the energy around us, the fickle old gal, won't naturally go out of balance. It tries to keep itself in balance. This is balanced energy. This is the universe's way of saying stay in balance. Balanced energy to you and I and the 3D is happiness, right? Just, you know, try to laugh it off a little bit. It is selfish. I laughed it off with those fucking cousins. Nobody ever came and stayed on my couch. I'll tell you what. I see right through that shit, you know. Too late, you know. But at the end of the day here, they were annoying, and I didn't want to get to know them anyway. But at the end of the day here, that's kind of what's going on. That's sort of how this plays out, all right? Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. Yeah. I would definitely expect, as a little insert here with an energy weather update, I would definitely expect a lot of signs to come your way. Okay? There's some energy going on in the astrology right now with the Mercury retrograde and the sun. You're gonna see a lot of signs. It's going to be very obvious, you know. So keep that in mind. You may get some messages about this, or you may get some messages about wherever you're going here with this Two of Wands, or whatever you're thinking about doing. All right. So just keep your scanners peeled over the next couple of days. All right. All right. Anyway, what else the universe wants to tell you? I'm not your astrologer. I'll leave that to the astrology sites. But yeah, I can definitely see messages easily. You might find feathers. You might find things. You'll get signs and things like that. Sure, I can see that happening. But make sure you let all of that come to you. You don't go out looking for it. It finds you. You don't find it. All right, that's the difference. All right, I don't know if it wants to talk about you or this side, but let's go. 3 cards and a crossing card. What else do we get here? What else do we get? Interesting. I like the flow of this energy. It's a little tricky. And as I say flow, I get the Ace of Cups. It'll be crossing the center card here. The King of Wands. Burger King, right? Center card, the Queen of Cups. And what's red with the King of Wands? The Death card. I should have said it before I did that. That'd have looked so cool. It's the world fueling the Ace of Cups. Can I paraphrase this? This side's trying to change. And in fact, they've done an okay job of it. In the current energy, they are a transformed Burger King. A transformed Burger King. They are. But it's a whole lot, I think, when I see the Five of Wands with the Ten of Wands on top of it for you, and yet you're already doing something. Plans are already in motion. I've already done this. I've already banged this person. Now I'm with that person. Whatever it is, even if it's a year in Tokyo, it's a whole lot of too little, too late on some level. All right. It does tie nicely to my little cousin story, right? After I leave, you want to get to know me. That kind of it's a timing issue. I'm not saying you're not coming back. I always said you were in Tokyo for a year. I didn't say you were gone forever. I'm just saying, whatever this Two of Wands is to you, and it might be near future influence, focus on that. Don't worry about this shit. I guarantee you, based on what I've got here, especially with the Queen of Cups, that this energy, even if it's too little too late and you leave anyway, will be waiting for you when you get back from Tokyo in a year. You see what I'm saying? It's not this energy is not going anywhere. There's a star and an epiphany involved and divine timing here. This person's figured out something. It's just a little bit late, whoever this is. Feels to me like it might be a family member. I don't pick up a lot. You know if there's banging here, I'm going to mention getting naked 500 times. I haven't. Right? This is a fucking rated PG reading all the way across the board. It'd be rated G if I didn't fucking swear a couple of times, So at the end of the day here, this is probably a family member or something. I don't know. It is what it is. It's people are going back to school. Maybe you're starting college soon if you're one of my younger viewers, right? All of a sudden then somebody close to you in your family, all of a sudden then your mom wants to get to know you. You want to get to know me now? I grew up here. I'm 18 years old. It's a bit of that. Okay? This energy's not going anywhere. There's still time to deal with it. Go, enjoy yourself, okay? Keep your energy balanced. Don't let it bother you. You're getting this reading so it doesn't escalate to the 10 wands, okay? If this reading isn't for you, it might be near future influence, okay? Or future influence. This kind of thing, this kind of shit happens all the time in life, all right? So it's always, but I can tell you, this energy's not going anywhere. You got nothing to worry about. You could basically say, fuck off, I'm leaving. See you later. We'll talk when I get back. That's fine. That would be okay with this energy as it reads. And I say that because of this Queen of Cups here. She'll wait. Male or female, they'll wait. Okay? But they have gone through a transformation. They have figured something out. They have had an epiphany. It's just a little too late. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Okay? Good luck.